Hello, today is Sunday, May 21st. I'm going to be planting some caladium bulbs. I know I said I wasn't going to do that this year because last year was a big endeavor, but I didn't get quite as many this year. But have you seen the price of plants? This is what prompted me to do this, and I'll show you what my husband got me for Mother's Day and tell you how much that cost so you know why I decided, let me just go ahead and buy the bulbs and go ahead and get them in the ground to get them growing. Okay, flipping the camera around, here are the caladium bulbs I have ordered from Classic Caladiums. I'm going to show you first what my husband got me for Mother's Day, which was so lovely. This bed was bare. It only had these shrubs here. And so last year we filled in with caladium bulbs in here, and it turned out just lovely. So my husband bought me these caladiums. There are 13 caladium plants in here, you guys, and it cost him $100. That's a lot of money for 13 plants. But they're so pretty. They're gonna grow up and be nice and just fill in here and also help me with weeding when they cover this area. Now, they are not really hardy in my zone. If we have a very mild winter, they might come back. I can dig them up, but I doubt I will do that. So you can understand why it's just really expensive to pay so much for caladium plants. You're not guaranteed they'll come back, but they're really pretty. Such pretty plants. All of these can get about 24 inches tall, so they'll all be about the same. I think they're going to cover this really well in here with the shrubs. So yes, so after that cost analysis, I was like, so for $300, I could get 40 plants, right? Why don't I just order the bulbs? So I did that, but this year I'm not taking on the challenge of putting 400 in the ground. There's Miss Ellie. I think these are going to look really good. So here they are. I ordered these from Classic Caladiums, and what I love about Classic Caladiums is the side that goes up, they have painted it. Isn't that wonderful? But I learned from experience last year, even if you're not quite sure which end is up or down, they're gonna come up either way. Just if you get it wrong and you have the opposite end down, it'll take them just a little bit longer to come up. But don't worry, they'll come up, and when in doubt, go ahead and put them in sideways. But all these are gonna be planted about 2 inches down. They don't have to go down that far, so that's wonderful. And see, they're all painted. And as I get them open in the areas these are gonna go, I'll show you the tags on them and give you all the stats on what I ordered. Here in the front of the house is where I'm going to plant the first of the caladium bulbs I ordered, and they're gonna go in this bed right here. I did them in here last year and they did really well. This side of the house is north facing. It gets no direct sun. And so this is a perfect spot to plant some caladiums. I raked out some of the leaf matter that was still lingering in here, and pay no attention to these hostas. I tell you, nature does not want me to have hostas this year, but I cut this bag open. Oh, and I'm going to use my Hori Hori to help me dig. It should go faster. But if you don't have one of these, look, it has the inches on there. It's very helpful, especially for tulip bulbs and things like that. Okay, so I did cut this open, and up here I'm planting the Proven Winners Caribbean Coral, and these get 12 to 14 inches tall. And again, caladiums are not hardy in my zone. My zone is zone 8A. You can get lucky sometimes if you don't dig them up and you have a super mild winter. However, that is not something to count on, but they are hardy in zones 10A to 11B. So there's the back of the tag there. And in this bag, I have 15 of these Caribbean corals. Said that backwards. And I'm going to just put them in here and space them out. And the painted side goes up. They're all in there. I did water the soil before I started putting them in there to make it easier to dig the holes. And then after I got them all in, I watered again, and I will continue to water consistently. Hopefully we'll see some action in about 3 weeks. I'm just going to continue the process of getting the holes dug in for all the other ones and the painted side up. All right, so the rest of the caladium bulbs will be going in here in the secret garden. I had to take a quick detour and spray some of my hostas with neem oil. I don't know why the critters are choosing to obliviate some and not others. Some of the others that were eaten in the beginning are not being eaten anymore, and they're coming up beautifully, and then some are just still getting chomped down. So I don't know, I'm just gonna continue to keep trying. But I just love caladiums, and one of the main reasons is it helps hide weeds, suppress the weeds. But look at the coloring on these caladiums my husband got me. Oh, I love these so much. This was really such a thoughtful gift. And like I said, I'm very happy to have these. I wish I wasn't having to do the bulbs this year and just have all the plants, so you have instant caladiums. So the next ones that are going in, they're gonna go back here. And I have them sitting over here on the bench. Let me get these snapped open. So get the tag out of here. Okay, these are called Wish Granted, and they are like a very creamy, soft color caladium. I only have 9 of these, but these can do sun or shade, but they're gonna go in shade. They're gonna go in this bed here. Flipping the card over, these grow 10 to 12 inches tall. So here's the back of it. Oh, and then let me show you. I got a little baby Ellie. Look. Isn't that cute? Adorable. Did I get a baby Ellie? So cute. And then I planted me another whimsy pot over here with the ZZ plant escargot begonia. I actually found that escargot begonia on clearance at Lowe's. And then I took this ZZ plant from inside. And then I picked up a Proven Winners double up pink. So we'll see how that little container does. Yeah, little baby Ellie. So I thought the little creamy begonias would look good in here. Again, the caladiums are pretty, but they also help hide weeds and make my job a little easier with keeping what weeds I don't want in the beds away or not being able to be seen. Either way. Not real sure how I'm gonna lay out. I just have 9, probably just back here in like groups of 3. But I have 2 Patriot hostas that are trying to come up, but they're getting eat. They have come up the past 2 years. However, boy, they get stunted. So that one's right there. It's real little. So anyway, so I'm just thinking if I put the caladiums in front of here, I really don't want to hide the hostas, and maybe just line this back part of this bed, and that'll be pretty with the soft, creamy caladiums. Oh, I'm kind of excited about these. I just wanted to show you before I cover these guys up. Here they are in their holes with the painted sides up. I just decided to put them along this back side here. Now I got a bag of 3 of them in the bigger caladium bulb and then 6 of just the smaller ones. The bigger caladium bulbs do not mean it's going to be a bigger caladium. It just means it has more eyes and it's going to have more leaves. Got them covered up and watered them in. And here's the rest of them. Now, what I was talking about, the bigger caladiums versus the smaller caladiums, like, okay, these Proven Winners, Heart to Heart White Wonder, I got these in jumbo, so you can see how big they are. And they will not be bigger caladiums than, say, the smaller versions of these. They're just going to have more leaves. So that's what the bigger sizes, that's what the sizes of caladiums mean. Just more eyes, more leaves, not anything to do with being bigger. These are just mid-size. And these are kind of smaller down here. But I'm going to get these placed and then I'll show you where they end up. And I'll also go over the tags once I get them all placed. All right, when I left off, I was on this bed. Now we're going to go over in the secret garden to that bed there with the tree I call the Lollipop Tree. Under this tree last year, I planted red and white caladium bulbs and they turned out so pretty. So I'm kind of doing a semi-repeat. So under here, near the base of the trunk of this tree, I put Charity Rose caladiums. And these guys get 15 to 20 inches tall. So I'm excited for those. I love the color on that. And then in front of them, around the larger part of the tree ring, I put these Proven Winners Heart to Heart White Wonders. And they get 12 to 18 inches tall. Focus. And there's the back of the card right there. Let me hold them both up. So yeah, I think that's going to be super pretty under there in this bed. Okay, let me back up so we can see. And look, the daylilies are in bloom, even the ones I transplanted. Oh, this looks so pretty. So we're just waiting on the echinaceas, the fizzy mizzy to come out. There are my new azaleas, and then that's a weed. All right, now turning from this bed, we gotta go back around this way. Slowly. We're going to my harlequin sheep bed right there. And in this bed, in the quadrants here, this quadrant, that one, I put in these white diamond caladiums. Very pretty. I love the white and green. I thought it would help break up, because you know I have the pink polka dot plants there all around the sheep. And here's the back of the tag. These guys get 12 to 14 inches tall. Right, and then moving around this bed, in this area here, all in here, and around here up to the stones, I put in pink gem caladiums, and these are going to be pretty. Yes, some more pink and green, but these are a little bit more low growing. Let me turn the tag over. There we go. Can we focus? They only get 10 to 12 inches tall. So I thought that's going to be so lovely. And I actually found, that's a Bridal Falls hosta that keeps getting eaten back. I had 2 of them. I actually found it when I was planting caladiums, and it's completely dead under there. Its roots were non-existent. So either the skunk or the armadillo in the fall definitely ate that hosta root up. So here is this bed. When all of these caladiums come up, it's just going to add so much more. And I have some bulbs for back here, not caladiums. They're on the way. I'll do a little video about that to fill in back there. But I had 40 of these pink gems. So what I'm going to do, I'm not sure how many's left. There might be 15 or so. But I thought I'm going to put them in this bed maybe to hug around these shrubs here in the front. Maybe. I'm going to think about it. I'm going to wrap it up for the day, but I'll be back out here tomorrow. So as I know I have things to plant in beds, that's when I'm de-weeding the beds, because it's a lot of work. Because I have, you can see right there, some plants for this bed. So I'll make another video about that, but you don't need to see about these. Just know I'm going to put caladiums in here, and I'll tell you about that in the next video. There's Miss Ellie. Yeah, so that'll wrap up. We'll just do a little overview here. Look, all of the daylilies are starting to bloom. It's just so pretty. I'm gonna have to do a video later this week as well. But yeah, this is going to be gorgeous when all the caladiums come in. And I love these guys, such pretty colors on them. We didn't get to the pool deck this weekend, and that's okay. Family became a priority this weekend, as they always are. The garden never goes anywhere. It was still here when we got back. So my husband said he's going to start working on that deck after work tomorrow, but we'll see. Mondays are sometimes rough. So if he's not quite feeling it, we'll just wait. We'll just get to it when we get to it, but I'll definitely be ready to help him when we do. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and adding color to my world. Do you want Mommy to throw the ball? Okay, I'll throw the ball. Are you ready? You have your game face on? You ready?